computer. And then we want to do view. Let's see. Will this? Oh, see, yours looks different from mine.
Oh yeah, music.
You?
Just me? Oh, maybe because
Oh shit, talkie mushroom.
it's just me. That's weird. It's recording on mine too. Doesn't that seem strange?
No.
Okay.
I could imagine that on both of this computer and yours, it's set up to record.
Okay. All right.
But
but which one's really recording?
They both are.
Okay.
This is recording to this computer. I'm assuming that
So
one's
you're the
yours.
co-host. If I turn this, if I get out of Zoom, are you okay?
I believe so, but do you want to try it
Yeah,
now?
I do.
And then I will. Okay, it's definitely recording now.
I'll stop.
Thanks.
Okay, bye. Nobody's recommending. I didn't get a text or
I think she's probably caught up in track.
Oh, she may well be.
She's coming from
That's right, of
downtown.
course, from Bromer.
She might.
Oh, she's coming from downtown.
Well, I thought.
She's
I just drove in from Lido.
She comes from Dayton.
Traffic was really bad.
Well, let's see, we have a forum. Yes, we do. Okay, I'm gonna call the March 24th meeting of the Community Television and Santa Cruz County Board of Directors to order. It's 5:33. And the secretary called. You are here? I'm here.
Keith Gudger, here. David Warren,
Here.
Janice O'Driscoll,
Here.
Tom Mann,
Here.
Joe Hall,
Here.
Maitreya Mazios,
Here in the ether.
We hear you.
and Matilda Rand, who is currently absent. And if I put her down as after something, she gets mad at me. So I'm gonna do that, whatever.
Oral communications, any person may address the board during its oral communications period. All oral communications must be directed to an item not listed on today's consent or regular agenda and must be within the jurisdiction.
Okay, so I've asked the chair to speak at this point. Over a year ago, we approved as a board having a strategic plan. And it hasn't happened, and so I'm specifically asking the board. It's not on the agenda. I didn't ask for it to be on the agenda, but I'm asking for that committee to be formed.
Okay, that committee is formed up to look in the notes. I'm the chair of the committee, so I bear responsibility for that, and we'll get that happening. And I mean, now more than ever, we do given all the things that are happening. So noted. Any other comments or conversation? Consideration of late additions to the agenda, additions and deletions to the consent and regular agenda. We'll move on to the consent agenda. Approved meeting agenda, approved board meeting minutes of February 24th, 2025, and accept the February 2025 financial reports as recommended by the Finance Committee. Comments, questions?
Chair Lanier, I should probably abstain from voting on the minutes since I missed the last meeting and have not had a chance to review the recording. So,
Okay. One abstention. Do I hear a motion?
I'll move the consent agenda.
Second. And I guess do we roll call that? I can't remember now. Yeah, all in favor? Aye. And I'll vote
aye.
And regular agenda, executive director's report.
Okay. This is for February. And in revenue in February, the co-working center earned $11,849. And that's above our goal. That's a good thing. And CTU had a net income of 8.3%. So that was good. And we're showing a net positive on our bottom line. That's like cost for you last year, but that's not revenue is lower than we projected overall in the co-working center. And so we need to keep our eye on that, and we are compensating by managing the budget. So we're still spending less than we make, and that's the best we can do. And I think we'll be fine, but I just want to let you know. And we're beginning to, and this is the time of year when we renew our business insurance, so we're going through that process. And it also, I don't know how this worked out, but it's also when we review our health insurance. So it's insurance all the time this month. And we did offer, I looked at a bunch of plans. I wanted to keep it the same price because it's a lot. And there was a better plan, but it cost a couple $100 each person more, which was kind of out of our range. But what I did was I got the insurance company to come up with a side-by-side comparison and individual rate plans for if either Olivia or Victor wanted to choose the gold plan, they could pay the difference and we would pay the usual plan. And they're young, but Victor's been here 10 years. So I thought, well, maybe he's getting to a place where he wants more insurance, but neither of them chose that option. We're happy with it. So, and we do, it includes dental and vision, kind of. There's never any good dental insurance. But what I found. So it's just, the dentist asks you have it, and then kind of laugh. So my husband dentist told me it's more like a coupon. So anyway, they got that covered, and also we even have a little life insurance policy on that. So they're happy with their insurance, and we've reviewed it thoroughly. Under facilities and equipment, we are still in negotiations on the lease between town and CPB. We looked at it, hopefully for the last time on our end. I passed it along to our attorney this morning, and she believes she can finish it in no time. So we'll see. We asked for a number of changes and have the guy who rents the building is.
Are you talking about the lease right now, or are you talking about the letter?
I'm talking about the lease.
Isn't this something we're going to talk about in closed session?
Oh, I'm not gonna say any numbers. I'm just giving you an update that we're working on it. And Tab has sent me a letter saying that he would like us to just, once our attorney has it, we review it. We've asked her questions, she'll answer the questions, and then he thinks that she should just talk to his attorney and make the deal. He doesn't want to be involved, of course. So also, I don't think this is a closed session thing, but it's time for us to exercise our next 5-year option, which is due April 30th. And I sent I worked with the attorney to create a letter making that happen. Of course, we can't do it. Satellite has our lease, not us, but we need to tell Satellite will tell Tab, and it's all happening. And let's see, Matilda and I had finished our equipment review. We had looked at everything.
Hey,
I know, it was a blast. And we have identified a bunch of stuff to sell. We've identified the things we want to keep. And we have started putting them on eBay. And it was so exciting. I listed a bunch of things, I think it was last Friday, and before I got home, one of them sold.
wow.
So we made it $102. And then we didn't have a box that would fit in. So we eventually
Well, then it cost us $50.
We actually, I think eventually, Olivia found that we had an Amazon box that they deliver something to us, and we used that box to send it to eBay. So it's going to all the platforms. And so that was good. We got started. And then I went to the ACM conference, and that was in the first week of March. And while I was there, I participated in a panel discussion about community outreach, and the place was packed. It was jam-packed. People took notes, asked questions. It was exciting. So what we did, our method is exciting to them. And the other two I was with are like Pasadena, they have tons of money, and CMAC, which is just rolling in dough. And they have like 20-person staffs, and they do all kinds of things. I'm like, well, we try to get everybody to do things for us. We co-op others' teachers. But there were a lot of smaller organizations there that were excited by those ideas. So that was a good thing. And I made contact with Sue Busky, so it's always good to keep her in your sphere because she is very helpful. So it was good that she and I worked on this thing with her for a long time, getting these workshops together. So that's good. So the FCC update is the most important thing, I think. So I couldn't get to Mike Wassenaar because everybody wanted to talk to him. But he did do a public policy meeting with a bunch of bus stations to call in, and it was on YouTube. And so I can send you guys a link if you want to watch it. But I kind of distilled what he said. He said earlier this month the FCC chair promised to examine superfluous and unnecessary FCC rules.
Yes.
So who knows what's going to happen there. The initiative has been delete. So it doesn't sound good. But he says that he said, well, will this impact community television stations? We don't know. But it could open the door for anybody in opposition to us, which would be all the cable companies, to oppose funding public access. Just, to complain, not to oppose public access, but to complain about it. And not necessarily directly about us, but about that you're having to collect pay fees from it's like it's their money. They get them from this town and then they send them back out.
Yeah.
They apparently would like to keep them. So that is the part about the people's easements and where the wires go and the poles go. And we get a piece of that. And that's they say that they're monitoring the docket and they have a bunch of lobbyists. There's like 5 or 6 of them from different areas of the country. And they will let the stations know if we need to become active. So they're on it. We don't know what will happen, but something could. But something could always happen. I mean, there's always this possibility.
Something will happen.
Yeah. We just don't know what. Yeah. So hopefully that doesn't affect us. But we are working on. I mean, it's not us personally, but there is work going on at ACN and on the other stations, kind of figure out a way to go to the state legislature and have them fund us in a different way, or have them add a funding. Vermont did this, and their legislature just gave them $1 million. So what their asks, like, could we charge for attachments to the telephone poles instead of the easements and that kind of thing? Could there be a tax on over the top? Could there be, all kinds, they've come up with a lot of ideas and different places are getting. So Vermont's the big winner. I think that Minnesota is also something that's about to happen. So we'll see. And as soon as he does these public policy every month, we have a meeting and then it's out in newsletter. So I'll keep you posted.
Joe had a question. Yeah, did you didn't have a chance to talk to Sue Busby at the bill in the legislature?
That's what I was just talking about.
Yeah.
That's it. No, I didn't.
Okay.
I talked to her for a minute, but everyone wanted to talk to her. So I tried to talk to Mike and I couldn't get him either, but they had done this public policy meeting about it. So it was like an hour talking about just this.
Joe, is there a specific bill in the legislature right now in the state legislature?
Well, it's in Washington. It's from,
were you talking about the state legislature, the assembly?
I can't, you're right. It could have been a federal one. Yeah, it was a federal bill to prohibit the charging of
Right
right away.
It's this is it. It's HR 377, I think. It's in my computer, but he has that. So, but I can send you the bill and I can send you the there's printouts about it. If you
Well,
like.
as long as we have people watching it.
Yeah.
Who knows what'll happen, but okay, good.
They're on it.
Okay.
And yeah, they were just there, I think, I remember these things like earlier this month. I think that's how I got this.
Because I don't know how they can regulate what state will,
Yeah, I don't
we'll see.
know.
Tell her, she takes it at the door.
I'm until then.
He has a key.
Okay. At the back door or the front door? Oh, you're on the computer on Zoom. She needs to get on Zoom. Okay, sorry.
Didn't expect no one ever zooms in. Oh, there she is. Oh, no, she's not here. Wait, let me see. Wait a minute. Maybe she is over here. Yeah, I think that's what happened. She's on the, well, yeah, there she is.
Yeah, I see 3 participants.
Yeah, I see her there. Now, there she goes. I think. Yep, she's going to be rejoining as a panelist. Okay. All right.
All right, thank you. I've been waiting for a while.
Okay. Welcome, Director Rand. Director Rand has joined at 5:47. And we've just completed the executive director's report. Any other questions from our Zoom panelists or people present?
No, it's pretty clear.
Okay, great. Thanks for joining us, Matilda.
Yeah, I've been sitting here for like 15 minutes, but that's okay.
We have a slightly different setup here, which is why we weren't recognized immediately. Okay, so we're now have to talk about some property negotiations. So we're going to closed session.
Oh,
So
well,
we're adjourning the public meeting and starting a new meeting.
And exactly. So we're adjourning temporarily the public meetings were given to. Okay, we are reopening the public session of the Board of Directors meeting of March 24th, 2025. And after our closed session, we can report that no action was taken, but we have given instructions to the negotiating committee to continue negotiating our lease. A new lease. Let's move to item number 9. It's an action item to approve an option to extend our existing studio lease for 5 years. And Becca, do you want to do just a quick explanation for the record?
okay. Yep. We have the build. Well, we're at the end of the first term of our lease, and we now have the option to extend the lease for another 5 years. And it seems like we want to do that. We're still using the building. and there's no reason not to go forward.
And that will be under the same terms and the same.
Oh, yeah,
Everything-
yeah, it's exactly the same. It's, so this is the lease with Saddle,
Right.
so it remains the same, and we just extend it for another 5 years.
Any questions on that? I'll entertain a motion.
Move approval.
Second.
Moved by Director Mannheim and seconded. Director O'Driscoll. Let's have a roll call vote, please. Here.
Here. Eli,
Yeah. Aye, yes.
Pete Godric, yes. David Warren,
Yes.
Janice O'Driscoll,
Yes.
Tom Mann,
Yes.
Joe Hall,
Yes.
Maitreya Madhyars,
Yes.
Matilda Rand.
Yes.
All right, thank you. That is approved. Any board member staff requests for specific items to appear on the next meeting agenda?
This isn't next meeting, but in a future meeting, I think it'd be good if we had Mel come and kind of go through our financial processes that we're doing, because we have people in the finance committees, most of you have been on it. But just to bring it up to date, because there's so much misinformation going on, not about us, not about a lot of things, but you seem to have a public that's phenomenally confused about anything now. And so I just thought for the record, it'd be good if Mel could come to some future meeting, just talk about what she does and how we do the compilations and reconciliations, and that's all. I mean, it's simply an information report for the record, and that's it.
Okay.
Check with Mel and see what's convenient.
Yeah, it's not urgent. We do everything is more than adequately, but it's just so there's something on the agenda that you all look at it.
Any other items for the meeting? Okay, under announcements, I will announce that I'm going to be away for our April meeting. So I will nod towards Vice Chair Maziarz, if hopefully you'll be around. I can
Remind me the date again, April.
It's the 28th.
April 28th.
I should be around. I'd be
All right.
happy to
And what I'll do
try to
is
fill your running shoes.
I'll prepare a skeleton agenda and send you a link with things, and you may need to add some things to it, and distribute it. But I'll put it together and send it to you and to the secretary, Keith.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Last year. That may come up. We were just wondering whether that might be the budget.
That is, I think I looked at that. That is a budget, but it's well, I can't check it now. But yeah, there are a number of different things. There's like salary, schedule stuff, budget stuff. Starting to work on that. But what I'll do is I'll put together a tentative agenda. I can send it to folks too. And so
Yeah, you might also just to probably we want to have another closed session just to update on where we are getting.
okay. Okay. Yeah. So, okay. And item number 12, known as the.
I move to adjourn the meeting.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us, Matilda.
Yeah, sorry that I'm late. The traffic was horrible.
That's what we understand.
Have a good evening, all. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Right, thanks, Maitreya, and I'll be in touch with you.
All right. Talk soon.
No, actually, yeah, satellite.
Turn off the recording.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Well, all over the place.
Turn off the recording.
That's the danger of buying. We have to.
Matilda, are you speaking to us?
Turn off the recording.
Yeah, I'm here to turn it off. I just because you were talking. So bye-bye.
Bye.